everyone, welcome to this explainer video right here on my channel, MoneyClarity. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we are diving headfirst into a pretty stark reality. You know, while the average person is out there working harder and stressing more, truly wealthy people are quietly building lasting fortunes through 7 consistent habits. If you're ready to completely flip how you approach your finances, you are in the exact right place. So definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video as we get started. So why do hard workers stay broke? It's a tough question, right? The average person works incredibly long hours, sacrifices a ton, and honestly still ends up struggling. Well, today we're exploring why the antidote isn't just dumb luck or having the right connections. It's actually a fundamentally different way of thinking. And I really want you to pay close attention to everything we cover today, because the 7th habit we're going to talk about, it's this profound psychological shift that literally makes all the previous mechanical habits possible. Okay, so we've structured these 7 habits into a kind of pyramid for today's agenda. We'll be covering number 1, the wealth building foundation, 2, mastering your time horizon, 3, knowledge and income streams, 4, rewiring your money mindset, and finally, 5, our summary and next steps. Let's dive in. Section 1, the wealth building foundation, automating savings and acquiring assets. All right, our very first habit is paying yourself first. You know, most people just assume they'll save whatever happens to be left at the end of the month. But let's be real. Life naturally expands to eat up whatever money is available. Wealthy individuals, on the other hand, treat their savings like a mandatory bill. By deciding on a set amount and automating that transfer the very day you get paid, you completely remove human willpower from the equation. You're guaranteeing your wealth grows before your expenses can expand. You live on what remains, not the other way around. And that brings us to habit number 2. There is a crystal clear distinction between what average earners buy and what the wealthy buy. Average people tend to purchase liabilities, those status symbols like flashy cars or expensive designer upgrades that lose value almost instantly just to look successful. Genuinely wealthy people, though, they buy assets. They buy investments that act as wealth generators and literally make money while they sleep. This absolutely crucial point is summed up perfectly by Robert Kiyosaki. He said, an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. It's that simple. You need to stop and ask yourself before every single big purchase, is this making me money or is it costing me money over time? Building up your asset column, whether that's through index funds, real estate, or even building income-generating skills, that has to come way before funding a luxurious lifestyle. Moving right along to section 2, mastering your time horizon, thinking long-term and guarding your calendar. Habit number 3 is all about thinking in decades instead of months. An average focus is usually just looking at the next year or so, but a true wealth focus looks 10 years out. Having this longer time horizon is exactly what allows you to stay consistent through those inevitable stock market drops, and it lets you harness the absolute magic of compound interest. Think about Warren Buffett for a second. It's actually wild, but he built 90% of his massive wealth after the age of 65, simply because he started early and stayed incredibly consistent for decades. Now, habit number 4 reveals that wealthy people guard their time ruthlessly. Time is literally greater than money. Think about it. You can always earn a lost dollar back, but there is no way to earn a lost hour back. Recognizing that every yes to low-value obligation or some random distraction is secretly a no to something that actually moves your life forward is so vital. Emptying your calendar of low-value activities gives you the breathing room to make high-value decisions. Okay, moving up the pyramid to section 3, knowledge and income streams, continuous learning and diversified earning. Habit number 5 is simple. Never stop learning about money. Whether we're talking about taxes, inflation, compound interest, or reading balance sheets, self-made millionaires obsessively educate themselves to really understand practical financial concepts just like these. Look, operating with a 1990s financial playbook in today's world, yeah, that is a total recipe for disaster. Upgrading your knowledge isn't just some academic exercise. It gives you an enormous real-world advantage and serves as actual armor against bad decisions. And that brings us to habit number 6, which introduces a slightly uncomfortable statistic, the number 7. The average millionaire relies on 7 different streams of income. They fundamentally understand that relying on just one single source of income, like your primary 9-to-5 job, is incredibly fragile. If that one stream dries up or disappears, you are instantly starting from zero. Now, don't panic. You absolutely do not need to build all of these by tomorrow. The goal here is just to layer one additional stream at a time. So you have your active primary job, right? But you can slowly add passive investments like stocks, bonds, and dividends. Then maybe down the line, some rental income or a side freelance business. Eventually, the ultimate goal is for those passive flows to completely cover your basic living expenses. That is the exact moment your primary job becomes totally optional. We have finally reached the apex of our pyramid with Section 4, Rewiring Your Money Mindset, the psychological layer of wealth. This is our 7th habit, and honestly, the emotional core of wealth building you've been waiting for. So many of us harbor these deeply conflicted, culturally ingrained beliefs that money is somehow dirty, scarce, or even evil. And you know what that does? It causes people to subconsciously self-sabotage their finances whenever they feel stressed or anxious. But the truth is actually super simple. Money is just a neutral tool. All it does is amplify your existing values. If you are a generous person, having more money simply allows you to be way more generous. If you're creative, it funds your creativity. So, the absolutely crucial point here is that you must adopt a wealth mindset. To truly build lasting wealth, you have to actively identify and challenge your own limiting beliefs about money. Because listen to me, all the mechanical habits, the saving, the investing, the time management, they will all fail if you have a psychological layer underneath that resents wealth. Your bank account is ultimately a reflection of your internal beliefs, not just your external circumstances. All right, finally, Section 5, Summary and Next Steps, recapping the 7 habits. Let's lock these in really quickly. 1, pay yourself first. 2, buy assets, not status. 3 and 4, think in decades and guard your time ruthlessly. 5 and 6, never stop learning while strategically building multiple income streams. And 7, reframe your relationship with money. None of these require a trust fund. None of them require a genius IQ. They are highly learnable, highly repeatable habits that shift your entire focus from just blindly working harder to actually thinking differently. Now, the real question I have for you is, which habit are you going to start this week? I want you to reflect on these 7 strategies, scroll down below right now, and leave a comment sharing which specific habit you are going to commit to. I literally read every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching this explainer video on Money Clarity. If this helped you see wealth from a totally new perspective today, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe for more insights just like this. I'll leave you with one final thought to chew on. Are you going to keep grinding away, just working harder, or are you finally going to start thinking differently? I'll see you in the next one.